Another reason I left religion, church, Christianity, and fundamentalism is that church enables narcissists and power imbalances. So let's talk about narcissism. For those who aren't really aware of what narcissism is and how narcissism or narcissistic people operate, basically narcissism is a personality disorder with qualities include thinking very highly of oneself, needing admiration, believing others are inferior, and a lack of empathy for others, usually demonstrated through manipulation without remorse. Now, don't make the mistake a lot of people make about believing that since someone has such a high opinion of themselves, they're a narcissist. That is not what narcissism is. And luckily, I've gone to therapy to discover that many people in my family suffer from various forms of narcissism. Narcissism is a self-centered personality style characterized as having excessive preoccupation with one's own self and one's own needs at the expense, usually, of other people. Narcissism is named after the Greek mythological figure Narcissus, which have evolved into a psychological concept studied extensively in the 20th century. Narcissism exists on a continuum that ranges from normal to abnormal personality expressions. While many psychologists believe that moderate degree of narcissism is normal and healthy, in humans there are also more extreme forms observable, particularly in people. Narcissistic personality disorder, NPD, where one's narcissistic qualities become pathological, leading to functional impairment. It has been discussed as the dark triad studies in psychopathy and Machiavellianism. Two primary expressions of narcissism have been identified: grandiose and vulnerable. Recent accounts that the core of narcissism is self-centered antagonism or self-importance. And there's a difference between someone having a high opinion of themselves and having an obsessive, dark mentality of self-preservation. Many people are aware of the word narcissism due to movies and television shows. The grandiose narcissism is very, very popular when it comes to malignant narcissism, while the vulnerable narcissist is more covert or histrionic. And if you don't know what those things are, a simple Google search is important. This video isn't about breaking down the 5+ versions of narcissism. We're going to talk about how environment, secular and religious, draws and obtains narcissists by quantity. Narcissism is usually a response from a child due to a protective mechanism. Most narcissists may or may not grow up in a very dysfunctional, emotionally neglectful home. So children create the narcissistic disorder as a protective mechanism. Narcissism is one of the most insidious disorders because there's a lot of misinformation out there. Very few narcissists harm people, just like psychopaths. Very few psychopaths harm people. And when I mean harm, I mean kill and destroy. Most narcissists are people we trust. Anyone in a position of authority, like doctors, nurses, teachers, pastors, leaders, probably are narcissists. Not all, but the considerable many are. Many people have called Donald Trump a narcissist, a megalomaniac. The difference between healthy self-image and narcissism is, one, the healthy self-importance is kept in honesty, evidence, and has borders. Narcissism is such inflated self-worth, self-adulation, that in order to keep their worldview, which usually